Hello and welcome back to Music Repo, home recording made easy. This video is a quick follow-on from my detailed review of the Presonus Revelator USB microphone, and I'm making it in response to a couple of comments. This is why I do love reading your comments and suggestions. They give me a really good idea of the kind of content you want to see to help you with your recording journeys, and also highlight things I may not have covered or thought about. So, one subscriber commented he bought a Revelator microphone on the strength of my review amongst others and wasn't happy for several reasons. In particular, he mentioned that he found the headphone monitor on the mic noisy. He described it as a ridiculous level of hiss. I also saw another comment somewhere else where headphone noise was mentioned, so I thought I would take a closer look at this. After considering the headphone port on the Revelator, I'm also going to quickly cover sound isolation or lack of, and the issue of attaching the Revelator mic to an alternative mic stand. Stick around if you're curious. Now, I want to start by saying I found myself a bit worried by the comment about headphone noise and wondered if I had missed something, because I did give the mic a very favourable review, and to be perfectly honest, I did not edit my video review through the headphone port of the microphone or use it extensively. Obviously, I tested the headphone port out. However, although I recorded all the audio through the microphone, I did the bulk of my editing through my interface and speakers. Because I can, and that's how I do it. But of course, for many people who buy a USB microphone, that is their one item of recording equipment, full stop. They don't suffer from gear acquisition syndrome like I do. The headphone port is a very important feature. So I went back to have a listen, and I thought, this headphone port sounds okay to me. But you can make your own mind up, because what I've done here is I've recorded some test audio through the Revelator microphone again, and then got a couple of different musical examples. And what you will hear now are the original recording and the 2 tracks, followed by a recording I made of the same audio played back through the Revelator mic headphone port, so you can judge for yourself. I used a TRS to dual TS breakout cable and recorded from the headphone port through the line inputs of my audio interface, so this way you can get an idea of how the headphone port sounds. Now, I think the audio quality is really good and I don't hear a lot of hiss. I believe you could use this headphone port for monitoring and editing, so maybe the headphone port on the subscriber's mic was faulty, or maybe what I think is acceptable on a mic of this price point wouldn't do for someone else. I also recorded the same audio through the headphone ports of 2 other USB microphones, the Audio-Technica 80-2020 USB Plus and the Shure MV51. And so you're going to hear the same thing 4 times. Don't worry, there are chapters if you want to skip any. I've also uploaded this audio to my SoundCloud account, so you can go and take a listen there or download the original audio files if you want. So now you know what I've done. Let's have a listen. This is a test recording made with the Presonus Revelator USB microphone. The first section of this track is the actual recording. It will be followed by 2 short musical extracts. You will then hear this same sequence played back through the Revelator headphone port and recorded through my Zen Go Audio Interface. This is a test recording made with the Presonus Revelator USB microphone. The first section of this track is the actual recording. It will be followed by 2 short musical extracts. You will then hear this same sequence played back through the Revelator headphone port and recorded through my Zen Go Audio Interface. This is a test recording made with the Presonus Revelator USB microphone. The first section of this track is the actual recording. It will be followed by 2 short musical extracts. You will then hear this same sequence played back through the Revelator headphone port and recorded through my Zen Go Audio Interface. This is a test recording made with the Presonus Revelator USB microphone. The first section of this track is the actual recording. It will be followed by 2 short musical extracts. You will then hear this same sequence played back through the Revelator headphone port and recorded through my Zen Go Audio Interface. Well, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Moving on to the issue of sound isolation, the comment I got was, there is absolutely no apparent vibration insulation between the mic element and its housing, or of course the base, as they are clamped together. Try drumming your fingers on the desk it's on. Useless for interview work unless on an arm. Lots of audio coloration from the desk vibrating to your speech. To be honest, sitting a mic that close to a hard surface is never going to be uncoloured anyway. So let's put it to the test. Now I agree, placing a USB condenser microphone on your desk right next to your keyboard and mouse is going to cause you issues. If you're going to use your keyboard and mouse while talking, plus the mic is on a hard surface, you're going to get reflection off the desk which will colour your sound. I'm going to do a quick head-to-head of all 3 mics so you can compare them. So first up, the Audio-Technica 802020 USB Plus. And what I'll do is I'll just move the mice around and click, and I have a type, drum my fingers on the desk a bit, not the desk. So now I'm recording through the Presonus Revelator. Have a quick click and then do a bit of typing. Drum my fingers on the desk. A bit more typing. That is the Presonus Revelator. So now it's the turn of the Shure MV51. So I'm talking to the Shure MV51. I'll just move the mouse around, tap here, type, tap up the desk a bit. Okay. Now, I don't know that any of them is the winner here. They all pick up all the desk sounds. It's an issue with these kind of mics that are sold as a desktop solution. Now, if you're using them for Zoom or Skype or something like that, then it's probably fine. But you will have to be super careful if you're recording a voiceover or a podcast. It's something you have to be really aware of, or you will have to consider an alternative microphone stand. Another subscriber did comment that they have to get used to using a very sensitive condenser mic like this one. Again, if a USB mic is your first studio purchase, this is something to be aware of. This subscriber went on to say they attached the Revelator to a shock mount on a heavy desk stand, which really helped reduce the contact noises quite a lot. I'd say that with any microphone, you will get a better result if you think about a good microphone stand that will help you isolate the mic from your desktop sounds. It's probably not realistic to expect to place a microphone on your desk and not pick up some noise. One thing I would add though is you can use the remote control app with the Revelator, which would eliminate the need to operate the mic from the desktop to the same degree, especially if you wanted to use the mixer while recording. So the next comment was about using a studio arm, and this is interesting because the Revelator is a little unconventional. It comes with this adapter, which is in fact a tripod thread to mic stand adapter. The commenter said this: I can't get the mic adapter screw to fit into the thread under the mic to try it on an arm. A friend has the same mic and he can't either. Now again, I didn't have any issue with this. I found I could easily attach the adapter and then connect it to the studio arm like this. However, I did point out in my original review that this is quite an unusual fixing. This adapter, as I said, is a standard tripod to mic stand thread adapter. I've come across this before with my Zoom portable digital recorder, but the Zoom is sold a lot into the photography community and used with cameras. So it's not a usual thing to find on a mic. Now, I didn't have a problem, but it is probably my least favourite thing about the Revelator. Just out of interest, my favourite mic here for attaching to a microphone stand is the Audio Technica, because it has this very conventional fixing that's very adjustable. The other two both have their own quirks, but they have other benefits which in my opinion far outweigh this issue. So I wouldn't now buy the Audio Technica because it's only a 16-bit microphone. But that's just me, and the reason why there is so much different gear on the market is that what really suits one person's situation just isn't right for someone else. For me, the loopback and mixing features of the Revelator make it my perfect choice for making screencast videos, which I do a lot, because it's so easy to record the audio from different apps. Plus, I can use the built-in DSP to get a good, reasonable voiceover recording without the need for a lot of post-production. For the kind of video that I make, it's a real time saver. But maybe one of these other USB mics would be more to your liking. That's why I've made one page on my website where I've put together all the video reviews and original recordings I've made of all the USB mics I've ever tested, so you can go and have a look and a listen and try and decide which one would suit you the best. And you can also link out to more detailed reviews of each one. Well, I hope you have found this useful, especially if you saw my earlier review and wanted to know more. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I do love to read them, and who knows, your comment might be the inspiration for my next video. Thank you so much to Dave and Rick for your comments. They're really useful. If you've enjoyed this video, do give it a like. That really helps me out. And if you want to get more of my home recording studio tips, tutorials and reviews, then do subscribe to the channel and click the little bell if you want to get notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.